Hey, what's good, man? It's your boy GSECAPONE, man. Bring you another one, man. It's another reaction video. Smash that like and subscribe button. Make sure that notification button is checked on all. And shout out to Truth Talk, Truth Is for this one. This is these celebrities reveal what happens at secret Hollywood parties. You know what I'm saying? So about to smash this play button and see what's up. Bring up this mini player for me. Fire it up, then press play.
You guys would notice is that all these celebrities describe what seems to be the same party happening all throughout Hollywood. By the end of this episode, you will get a much clearer understanding of what truly goes on at these exclusive Hollywood parties. We all know that in Hollywood they love hiding the truth in plain sight, and this is exactly what we saw with the movie Eyes Wide Shut. I am pretty sure many of you have seen or at least heard of the movie Eyes Wide Shut, as I've spoken about it many times on this channel, even making a video breaking down the movie. The whole entire premise of the movie was about a well-off doctor who stumbles upon a private mansion party for the elites of the world. He manages to sneak into the party with help from a friend who was the pianist at the party. When he arrives at the party, the first thing he sees is an occult ritual taking place. When the ritual was over, the doctor started making his way around the mansion, and what he sees is disturbing. Everybody was engaging in sinful acts of all nature. He saw groups of people doing you know what. As he made his way through the house, each room had different activities.
I gotta watch this. I guess I'm
men
gonna
with
watch
men
this with
and
my
women with
lady
women, groups
today.
of people engaging in sin. What the doctor has stumbled upon was the ritual parties that take place in the world of Hollywood. These parties are conducted by those who run the industry, men that are mostly Freemason occultists. More than just partying take place at these events, with rituals being an important part of these nights. At these events, those who run Hollywood make up-and-coming talent take the oath for further success in the industry. They often make these celebrities who want to rise to the top of the...
Let me stumble across a party like this. Look, man, I ain't even walking inside. As soon as I see it's a damn mansion or something, I'm like, yeah, it's not my cup of tea, bro. Yeah, I'm on Uber. If I'm driving, look, yeah, you got your Uber, I give you cab money, whatever. Like, I ain't staying, bro. I'm out. Whatever happened, look, bro. I ain't got nothing. Don't say that I love you. Don't. Bro. I'm out, man. Hit that Yui. You know, in Jersey we say Yui. I don't say you, John. We gonna say Yui. Like, psh, got me fucked up.
Industry participate in acts they wouldn't want the world knowing about. It's almost like what we see with college fraternities when they haze new members to get in. It's the same with these Hollywood parties. This is where the executives see who is willing to play ball and who is not. Those that choose to participate in these rituals have a successful career and progress to the very top. Those who refuse to participate are casted out of the industry, and we all watch the career crash.
I don't know if they busting fire or if they shooting. No, that's fireworks, I think. I heard. Yeah, it might be fireworks. You need to be tripping outside, bro.
Another video that hides the truth in plain sight is Beyonce's music video for her song
they
Haunted.
do be tripping
in the
outside.
song Haunted, we see a glimpse of what's going on at these private Hollywood mansion parties. The video starts with the one-eye symbolism being shown on a TV set. They then show Beyonce arriving at a mansion as she makes her way through the halls of the mansion. She can be seen looking into the rooms as she walks past them, each one with more and more satanic imagery being shown. We also see that each room is different from the next, but each room is still partaking in sinful activities. We see Masonic imagery throughout this entire video, and in my opinion, it was clearly depicting the secret Hollywood parties that go on for the upper elite. This is exactly what Cat Williams tried to reveal to the world all the way back in 2006 in his comedy special.
Yeah, I was about to say, even did a stand-up comedy with that shit.
In 2006, Cat Williams was one of the hottest upcoming comedians in the industry. Cat Williams was making a name for himself, getting small roles in movies and TV shows. In every role he got, he was so funny that he would steal the show. This naturally led to his career taking off. He was loved by many, and he was seen as an extremely funny comedian, and everything in his career was going as expected until his comedy special was released. In Cat Williams' comedy special, he had a joke that was about these Hollywood secret parties. A joke that you're going to see by the end of this episode wasn't just a joke, but the truth.
And it's a separate party in little rooms. I ain't been famous that got long. I'm excited that I'm going to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the rooms, and you round and look in the wrong room and Come here. Is that his kisser? Is one of this Professor Opie?
As you heard for yourself, Cat Williams talks about being invited to
He
these
said it's none
mansion
of
parties
Professor
because he had
Opie.
finally become successful in the
He
industry.
funny,
He
bro.
jokes about seeing all types of things in different rooms at these private parties. Even though at this moment in time, it might sound like he was just making a joke, but many, including Cat Williams, believe this is what cost him his career. The fact that he was not playing along and instead chose to expose the truth. Strangely, after he did this, his career slowly started declining. That same year, we saw what appeared to be a takedown of Cat Williams. He would first get arrested just a few months after his special was released. This arrest would start a string of arrests, but for some reason he would never be charged with anything. The media started reporting that he was crazy and an addict, which was clearly done to end his career and silence him. Cat Williams joined the industry, and when he saw what really went on in there, he didn't want to play along. Since he didn't want to play along, they wouldn't give him any more big roles or any mainstream support. In this interview, he explains just that.
Some of us are against the Illuminati. We are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, the press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote. It's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest as we intend to get stung a million times. I didn't understand that.
Hey,
they had to
chill,
sting
bro.
me a million
Chill. I
times.
like Cat
I'm
Williams,
still not
bro.
going
I'm
to
about to call him Kevin Williams.
but I respect him a
The
little
fuck is
more.
As you heard for yourself, Cat Williams didn't want to play along, so he was blackballed from the industry until he started acting right again. Cat Williams saw exactly what went on at those Hollywood parties, and he didn't want anything to do with it. The next celebrity we're going to be talking about is Crunchy Black, a rapper who was a part of 3 6 Mafia. In an interview Crunchy Black did, he revealed his experience at these very same type of mansion parties Cat Williams was talking about.
I ain't doing none of that shit.
Industry that made you say, you know what, I think I'm at the wrong party, I need to leave?
Oh, well, yeah, for that, we end up within L.A.
Oh, yeah,
I got one for
Crunchy
you.
Crunchy Black, another one.
But I'm from this one. We was in L.A., and we was getting ready to do the Hollywood movie, signed up for it anyway, you know what I'm saying? With me, Paul, Run from Run's House, Ava Slave, 3 6 Mafia, Run and Big, all of us was in Sony getting a deal for the TV show. But we ended up to make our own trailer. But when we did that, we had to go out and party with people, hang with people. So we went to this mansion party, Paul and Juice. And in the mansion party, they was in there wilding. Well, I ended up went in this room where it was majority of niggas was in. I thought they was getting high, but they was freaking in. And Paul them like, I had came out the room and said to ask Paul, what the fuck you doing in there? He said, oh, we forgot the team, country. We got to go take one for the team. I'm like, take one for the team? What is that fellow talking about? They said, oh, yeah, that room you just went. That's why we were laughing behind the hill when you was going in there. Talk time. So they on some motion, you know what I'm saying? So they like, so for us to get this TV show, me, you, or Paul got to go in there. One of us got to go in there and take one for the team. So we figured that, you the wild ones, you used to go in there and take one for the team.
As you heard for yourself, Crunchy Black spoke about being in LA with his fellow group members and a couple other celebrities. He mentions that they were trying to get a TV series deal while they were out there. Crunchy goes on to explain that they ended up at one of these exclusive Hollywood parties. When he was at the party, he claims he saw people using all types of substances and doing all types of wild things. He goes on to talk about walking into a room full of guys doing things we can't talk about on this channel. He then mentions how he walked out the room and asked Paul what is going on in there, with Paul telling him to go in there and take one for the team so that they can get their TV series deal. Openly, Crunchy Black revealed what's truly going on at those private parties. Most importantly, he mentioned how if he wanted to get his TV series deal, he needed to join those guys in that room. This is how you climb the Hollywood ladder. In order to be a star, you gotta be down to play by their rules. Crunchy Black explained seeing something very similar to what Cat Williams joked about. And this is exactly what the next celebrity talks about as well. Inspector Deck was a rapper, a part of the Wu-Tang Clan. And just like Crunchy Black, he brought up attending a very similar party.
I love to ask every artist this. Different artists have different experiences. Have you ever seen any like crazy, spooky, ritual, weird in this game that you was like, what just happened just now? What's going on?
Man, yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff. Don't say no names, bro, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy scenario. We went to a house party in Hollywood. It was half of us And we went to the house party. We saw a lot of famous faces in there. Was partying, mingling. Of course, we like the uninvited guests. You know what I'm saying? We the hood walking through the mansion. It just was crazy, man. I remember, me and Ghost would tell you this too. We opened up a couple of doors just trying to see what was going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all that too, man. Y'all coming rappers, y'all make it to Hollywood. Y'all get invited to these parties and all that. Don't be curious, bro. Don't be opening doors. And all that.
Cat Williams told you, don't open them doors.
Yeah, we opened the door and we saw it, and we saw a whole lot.
And the people that you were familiar with.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doggy Diamond's funny. Doggy Diamond's always on it.
Oh, let's close that door. Close that back. After you see it, you see with your own eyes. There's a balcony. We looking down. And it's just a lot of, nothing against people, a lot of gay going on. Open the door and you just see a whole type of Roman Caligula going on. Bro, you keep it moving. Unless you about that life. And,
So it's your favorite actors, your favorite rappers, and people see them later. They see you like, yo, Deck, what's up? And you like...
They saw us peek in the door,
Uh-huh.
right? They saw us peek in the door. When we closed the door and left and now we examining other parts of the party, same dudes come up to us. Hey, yo, man, yo. They're your best friend now because they know you saw. And now they want to check your temperature. They want to see what you know or how you feel about it. I think in that case, that lets them know if you can come back to the house again.
As you heard for yourself, he mentions going to a crazy house party in Hollywood where he saw a lot of famous faces. He talks about walking through the hallway and opening doors that he shouldn't have. He said he opened one of those doors and saw a whole lot of inappropriate activities going on. He mentioned that he closed that door and walked away, but he also mentions that some people choose to walk in and partake in the sin. He even goes on to warn upcoming artists not to be curious when they're invited to these Hollywood parties. As you can see, we're starting to see a pattern at these exclusive Hollywood events. That is already 3 different people who are basically explaining the same type of party. They get to these exclusive mansion parties and everything goes. With these parties, those who run the industry are trying to see who's really down to play by the rules and climb to the top. Inspector Deck mentions that those people in those rooms eventually came out and found him to check him and see how he felt about what he saw. He states that if his response was negative, they would have made sure to no longer invite him back to those Hollywood events. This is how they're able to tell who they can fully control. When they find people they can't control, they remove them from the situation entirely. The next celebrity we're going to be talking about is Bun B, who is a part of the rap duo UGK. Bun B, just like the rest of the people we have spoken about so far, seems to have a mansion party story very similar to what we've been hearing.
Was there ever any time during your career, and this was for you too, Corey Mo, got to places that you were trying to get to and you realized that it wasn't?
Yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily places. At some point, you're going to get invited into a house. Mm-hmm. And the house is going to be broken down into certain rooms. Mm-hmm. And these rooms are designated by activities. If you don't do the activities, you don't get in the room. Some of these houses and parties I've been invited to, you get there and you realize, this ain't for me. I wanted to see, could I get invited and get in that house? And then you get in that home and realize, man, I don't do this shit around like this. You over the wrong room, though. Oh, damn, bro, that's how you move? My bad. Yeah. And so, sometimes you think you want to be in these rooms with these people, and you're in the room and you realize it's not where you want to be or where you need to be. Sometimes people walk in them houses and be like, I can't believe it took this long to get here. Where have you been? And it's really just up to, again, who it is you are.
So you walk up in the house and like,
people
I can't believe it took this long to get here.
As you heard for yourself, Bun B talks
like, man,
about that
shit,
at a
I'm trying to
certain
get the
point
fuck
in an
up
artist's
out of
career,
here.
they're going to be invited to a house party, referring to these Hollywood parties. He mentions that the house is going to be broken down into different rooms where the guests in each section are doing things that they're into. He mentions that he went to a few of those Hollywood parties where he realized it's not for him. Bun B explains something important that many people only realize when it's too late. So many wish to party like those in Hollywood, until they actually see how those in Hollywood like to party. The next few people we're going to be talking about aren't necessarily celebrities, but they work in the industry and are around those events. Joe Capone is a St. Louis producer who has produced for artists like Drake alongside of many other big names. Joe, just like all the rest of the people in this video, was invited to these exclusive secret parties, and this is what he claims he saw.
So here's a crazy New York private party story. I believe we were working with Nelly and Jaquan at the time. So it had to be at least 3 o'clock in the morning, and our manager was taking us through these alleys and go up some steps, and we go down some steps, and then we take an elevator up, maybe 16 floors up, and we get out. And it's just like this dark room.
Did you say go up some steps and down some steps, then take
the elevator? So we walk down the hallway. I look to the right, and it's this famous female artist, and she's there making out with another woman. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know, I'm new to this, so I wasn't used to all that. Just girls everywhere. And actually, we were in the room next to her. I think it was a little bit bigger than her room, and she wanted our room. So she actually tried to put us out. And I probably had like 2 or 3 drinks, and somebody says, let's go to the private VIP section. I'm like, okay. So I walk in, and I'm standing at the door, and it's like a couch that's like a circle, like a half circle, and they're passing a tray of cocaine around the room. I'm country boy from St. Louis, so I'm definitely not into none of that, and I was just shocked, you know.
As you heard for yourself, Joe talks about being invited to an exclusive party in New York City while out there working with Nelly. He mentions that the party was super secretive and was an obstacle to get in. When he arrived at the party, just like we heard all the rest of those who attended similar parties in this video, he saw things going on in each room that had him shocked. He mentions how they would just pass substances around like it was nothing. It's important to note that he mentions getting to these events at 3 a.m., which is the devil's hour, when occultists believe it's best to practice ritual magic. It is no coincidence that he would be taken to this party at this hour, as this is exactly when the witching hour is. There's a reason that these parties are so secretive to get in. These parties are removed from the general population because they don't want nothing that happens at these events getting out. The next person we're going to be talking about is actually Woe Vicky, who some of you might remember as she was briefly social media famous for her many viral skits. Woe Vicky also claims that she was invited to these private Hollywood parties.
I end up liking her a lot because she was like, yo,
scenario or no? In
she
Hollywood,
exposed that shit.
If you in the industry, the devil,
so I was like,
the devil,
alright, I fuck with her.
Like Illuminati, all this, they
she ain't retarded like everybody else tried to make her seem. Probably that's what it was. They tried to make it seem like she was retarded. And see, she's smart and have discernment.
Because if you don't got that, you in Cali, you gonna get sucked in. So,
what are some of the ways they do try to get to a person?
Let me tell you, what they do is they invite you to these parties, these house parties, and be like, oh, Whoop the Whoop gonna be there, like your favorite rapper, the big ass person, and Whoop the Whoop gonna be there. Oh, before you get in, you gotta give us your phones, might do some gate to somebody, and then try to like and record it and tell them, oh, if you expose us, gonna post it everywhere. And I know that from word of ear, but I know they do a lot of crazy in these house parties. And experience I went through personally. So I was with some friends in LA, and it was this big influencer party. Bro. It was belly throwing party. So I got invited from some other friends. On Halloween, I already don't celebrate Halloween, it's the Devil's Day, but I happen to be with them and at the party. Oh yeah, you can't bring your phone. You gotta sign some papers. What am I signing some shit for to get into a party? Like, this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went, I called my Uber.
As you heard for yourself, she mentions being invited to these parties and having to give up her phone to be able to enter. She also mentions being invited to another party where they wanted her to give a drop of blood to be able to get in. She chose not to go in, so she isn't able to tell us what happened at that event. But just with what she explained is enough to imagine what goes on at those parties. This is important, as it proves that even the big influencers had to participate in these rituals done in the industry. It is no coincidence that all these people describe what seems to be the same party. They all talk about seeing different rooms where the unimaginable is taking place. These parties are full of rituals and more disturbing sins. Those who want to climb to the top of the Hollywood world must be down to do whatever it takes. We have seen many artists and actors choose to abandon the industry altogether with what seems to be no explanation. Well, now you know one of the reasons some of these people choose to leave the industry, as when they reach a certain level, they see what really goes on, and they're just not willing to go that far for fame. Sadly, there's very few of those people who enter the industry that choose to step away and not participate. As we've seen on this channel many times, The industry is a wicked private club that requires your soul to get in. Those in Hollywood have to keep their lifestyle a secret because if the masses saw what they really did behind closed doors, they wouldn't look at them the same. We must remember that chasing fame has its own price, that once you pay it, it's hard to get what you paid back. For those that are pursuing a career in Hollywood, make sure you protect yourself and make sure you stay clear of those Hollywood parties.
Facts.
Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
For real, man. Like I said, smash that like and subscribe button, man. Till then, I'm out with another one, man. These celebrities is crazy, bro. Again, shout out to Truth Is, man. Truth Talk. Go subscribe to this channel, man. Check them out. Hit that like and subscribe for me too, man. Gang gang.